So this is gonna be a big catch me up video. I'm working on a Slime Rancher video. It's halfway edited, I think. I've just gotta finish editing it and then I could get it up. And then I've gotta finish the thumbnail, which is not halfway done. I'm not even decoloring it yet. And then I have been busy with a lot of AUs. One of them currently being Messaloon, which I'm going to get into describing and getting into the nitty gritty if you want to stick around for that. And I see that's it. So if you were just here for that, ta-ta if you're leaving. If you're here for the nitty gritty of the rest of the video, you're with me for a little bit. Okay, so what Messaloon is. It is a Western AU. Yeah, it is a Western AU in the most simple terms that I can put it. Where there's a big list of characters, and it started off with Septics, Sandersides, and Appliers. And now it's grown to Septics, Sandersides, Appliers, and then whatever the hell else we want to throw in. Currently, I've got to write a storyline for the main 6 minor demon characters, and I've got to figure out a storyline for Sonic characters and how that's gonna happen. So that's a lot of fucking writing and that's a lot of creating, but I can do it if I am bored enough. So I'm telling you, one day I am going to be bored enough to actually get down into the nitty gritty of that, but I'm not. Instead, I'm avoiding it with building. With structures, which is going to be the buildings for the town of Firedust, which I will get into talking about now. So the first storyline that we have is the town of Firedust, and pretty much it's I'm punching out holes for windows. It's well, I'm not really sure what there is to say about it. It's the first storyline. It could be the core storyline that we have, and it mostly takes place in, well, when you guessed it, the town of Firedust. Which this storyline is called Burning Dust, so go figure. Its villains are 3 demons. I say demons because there is, I don't know if I'm actually going to do this or not, but I do think that I want to try and build a church in this town, which if I look at my checklist, that is like last on the checklist, so I actually have no clue if I'm gonna build one. God, there is no awkward place to put windows in this establishment, is there? I might just stop for today. I just stop for today and let the brain start braining and thinking and all that. I don't know. I think I burnt myself out, like, before I even started that. But the main storyline follows the sheriff of the town and the group of 6 that he's chosen to be town protectors to kind of help him keep up with the crime that's happening in the town. The town sheriff is Silver Shepherd, and then the town protectors are, in order of recruitment from first to last, Roman, Chase, Remus, Sean Flynn, Jackie, and Patton. I feel like with Jack's community, if I don't specify Sean Flynn, they're going to think, oh, or some people might think, oh, it's S34N, or, oh, it's Sean McLaughlin, the Jackasota guy himself. No, Sean Flynn. Yeah, and I'm also working, well, I haven't really started this next storyline, which is Sandy Devils, which is going to be Ash and them. I need to change it, but I'm not going to change it as I'm sitting here talking, so that's not how my head works. But I need to sit and write a little more on that. Yay! I really love my saloon that I built. It's so pretty. I really love it. I not only have, it's not just that I have Messaloon to do, I have quite a few AUs that I've got to do. Oh shit. I'm not gonna leave the site if that's not done saving. How do it? Do it this one. I have a handful of AUs that I'm also, like, bouncing back and forth trying to do and trying to come up with ideas for them. So that's mostly why I haven't been editing the Slime Rancher video. As well as the fact that I haven't had that energy to sit and edit that video, because it's really a sit down and edit type thing, because it was an hour long and I've only gotten it down to like 59 minutes so far, being halfway through, and I have a lot left. That's a lot of my yammering. But let's see, I also have Cops Robbers, or Cops Be Robbers, which is an AFMO AU. I have Twisted AU. I have the MID Infection AU, and I have Fantasy AU, and then I have Messaloon on top of all of that. Oh yeah, I also have the Sonic Space AU that I've got to do. But right now, the focus chatting today is Messaloon. Oh, the images are out of order. That's okay. Everything's temporarily disabled. Little lucky for you, I don't need it. Boom. View. So, I have a checklist that I've got to do, and I've got to write, well, what I just said. I've got to write a storyline for the MID, for the main 6 of MID, which is Pierce, Rise, Leaf, Ash, Noi, and Ava. And then I've got to figure out what Sonic characters I'm going to throw in, because Z mentioned it, had an idea for it, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll throw them in. I need to finish building the general store, and then I need to get on to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 other buildings. And I wonder why I'm so, like, stressed the fuck out. I need to start and finish Sandy Devils. I need to figure out where Burning Dust is going. I need to organize the builds tab, the builds pictures now. And I need to figure out some characters that I need to describe within the AU. I've also got to come up with a lot of outfits, which I'm just going to do on my PC. Because, I don't want to sit there and, like, do it on my phone. As for building the Messaloon places, I'm going back and forth, from Minecraft and actually building to Google and, like, looking these things up. And it's like, hey, and it's mostly, what lights do a saloon have? Does a saloon have? Oh my goodness. I think I've tried to record a video like this like 4 times, and each time I'm like, no, that's too much chatting. That's too all over the place. I need to get centered. But I've been going back and forth from Minecraft to Google, asking Google questions like, hey, what lights does the saloon have? And they said, and I got back oil lanterns and gas lanterns, so I put lanterns in the build, which was really good because I really wanted to use wall lanterns. And then I looked up if Western towns have signs, and I got back no, and I got back no. But I made a sign anyway because it also said, well, they can have signs, but it's more of either a directory for travelers or a directory at you to check your weapons and make sure they're okay or something. I also just have Western Minecraft build palette, which the build palette I have is dark oak, spruce, oak for the woods, and then I have cobblestone, deep slate, and I think there's another block, but I can't remember. But it was those blocks, and I'm working with it. It's honestly turning out amazing, and I love the palette that I have. I love the palette that I have to work with. Because I haven't really used dark oak in a build before. Well, not a major piece of a build. But it's fun. I'm thinking, where else do I want to go? I don't know what else to say. I'm all talked out. I don't want to talk anymore. So, at some point I'll try to make a video going over a lot of my AUs, but my saloon currently has one storyline. I need to make more, and I need to build the buildings for it, and need to figure out other names for other towns and other storylines. So I think I'm running myself too thin, and I'm not prioritizing enough the right things, but I'll get there when I get there. I'm just trucking. I'll try to make a video of me yapping about other AUs that I have, like the MID Infection AU, which, fun fact, I'm actually actively trying to make a TikTok about that, where it's me reading the stages of the infection thingy that I have already written out, that one of the first things I ever sat and wrote, just so that way I knew what I was working with before I got into the nitty gritty of the AU. But I can't because I want to use the auto captions feature CapCut has, and so many people have been using it that it's like, hey, too many people are using this. Please try again later. So I need to get to working on that and actually do that. Which is mostly going to be a black screen and me talking with bullet points. But I also need to sit and read out these status logs that I'm making and make more status logs. So I'm excited by that. Which, fun fact, my partner has sentenced Ash. I shouldn't tell you. I shouldn't say that because I'm going to direct people to the TikTok. I don't want to give spoilers yet for that AU. Let's just say they've sentenced Ash in... They've sentenced Ash to something. Not gonna say what. And I'm not confirming nor denying what Ash has been sentenced to. I probably just revealed all too much. Alright, but I will try to make a video where I talk about the other AUs that I have, make a video dedicated to Twisted AU. I have a lot of world lore down for Twisted. but I don't really have a lot of character written down in the doc for them, so I need to do that. Fantasy AU, that is like one of the biggest fucking documents we have. It's like 80 tabs big. And it is a huge group effort. When I say huge group effort, I mean really huge group effort. And I need to sit with Z on call to like figure out some more looks and more things and details and all that for them, and just see where it's gonna go. And then I also have Constant Robbers, which is an AFMAO AU. No other fandoms mixed in, just half. It's an AFMAO AU where I kind of threw Leah into the mix and separated a bunch of characters into either being cops or being robbers, which I talked to my partner as well when I was doing this, and they're like, yeah, I'd see this character being a cop, I'd see this character being a robber. I was like, okay. But I guess what made me realize that I was really, like, on my own with doing this is the fact that they sat there and said, you just make the characters, I'm just following what the characters say. When I had realized that I had originally written it out to where Rawls had adopted Leah to a sense when she was 18 and ran back to them after this argument with her parents, which she's a foster kid in the AU, and her foster parents were Aaron and Af. She ran from home, ran to them, stayed with them. The robbers team. She switched sides. This is also a really big document, but it's really big in the sense of I have a lot of things down, but I don't have a lot done. That is the same with the Fantasy AU doc. I have a lot of things down, but I don't have a lot done. Out of all of these, I think there's only like... Well, Blaze has bullet points. Rise has 2 bullet points. They're supposed to have 5. And then they need to write their OCs. As you can see, I'm very professional. And then we have one that's like fully done. Ash has 1 bullet point and it's local hothead. I love it. Then we have Pierce, who has 5 bullet points. Ian, who is done. I just need to refont his shit. Oh boy. Ian's is done, and then Leah's is done. Oh, I did a relations thing instead. Leah's relations in the AU, Ash, brother figure, mutual, question mark, because I don't know if I want that mutual yet. Rawl, father figure, one-sided. She sees Rawl as a father figure. Rawl does not see her as a daughter. He sees her as, I guess, another means, or another mouth, or something not too mean. Another teammate, to a sense. Lady grandmother, that's mutual. Lady Grandma sees her as a granddaughter because she is so sweet. And then Pierce, partner in crime, mutual, friend, mutual. Ian, partner in crime, mutual, friend, mutual. And then Leaf, tolerated, mutual. Did I say Leaf or Ian? Ian and Pierce, partner in crime, mutual, friends, mutual. There we go. And then Zane, mildly admired, one-sided. She mildly admires Zane. Zane does not. Zane just kind of sees her as a nuisance. It's like, get this little shit away from me. I am busy. Every now and then, like, calls Ash, like, yo, get her the fuck out of here. I'm busy. Oh yeah. I have quite a few world details and notes. I have places. I have a timeline. And then I have one gacha design, and then no Tron characters. I'm not very good at this, as you can tell. And then there's fantasy. This was just supposed to be me yapping about Messalune, but it's kind of turned into me yapping about a lot of other things, because I've tried to do this video like 4 or 5 times, and those 4 or 5 times I've just been talking about Messalune and then mentioned other AUs that I have, and I just don't want to talk about Messalune anymore. I mean, what else is there to say? I'm working on it. It's from 2 years ago. I'm trying to rewrite it the best I can. Trying to rewrite it the best I can. There's nothing to rewrite. It's one storyline, and I've already done that. I'm trying to continue to write it the best that I can. But I think I've also burnt myself out accidentally with all this, like, Messalune doing stuff. So I'm not really sure where to go from here. Not really sure where to go from here. Other than the fact that I just need to keep going, keep trucking. I need to come back, and if I'm really burnt out from Messalune, I need to come back and I need to do the Slime Rancher video, finish editing that, and get that out finally, so that way I have something big on the channel, and then go into another year-long silence. I broke my year-long silence trying to upload shit. I think I've uploaded a total of like 1 thing, and then I went into silence again. And it is the end of the year, so I'm not ready for the year to end, and I'm not ready for time to continue. I just want time to like stand still for a while I think. That's the worst. But I'm trucking, and I'm scared of what's gonna happen when I graduate. I don't know what to expect. I just know it's probably gonna be worse than high school with what I've heard. Well, with what I think and seen. But maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. I don't know. I don't know a lot of things. I don't think ahead very often. But it's fine, it's cool. I have support systems. And by support systems, I mean the imaginary world is on my head. It's not very good support systems, but we ballin'. We ballin'. So I guess thank you for sitting here and listening to me ramble for a total of 23 minutes. So says my phone time. So says my camcorder timer thingy-majigger. So thanks for listening. And I'm actually gonna have to sit here and do a bunch of sim stuff still, because I was supposed to be sitting here building the entire time, and I can't even figure out how to build a general store. Oh, my phone's gonna die. I completely forgot about battery. But, thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys